Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. How about that, come slide on with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, I'm trying to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
The NFC champs take their show to London. It's The Coach. This is week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the third of our 4 games this season in London, as we'll see the Cincinnati Bengals take on the home team, in this one, the LA Rams. I'll be back with a look around the NFL at halftime. But for now, let's get across the Atlantic to London. Standing by, our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams set to take over on offense. For Goff last year, of course, the disappointing end to a terrific season. His development really took a big step forward throughout. Nearly 4,700 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, playoff wins over the Cowboys and the Saints before that Super Bowl loss to New England. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. His throw incomplete.
Intended for Robert Woods.
And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
Todd Gurley is the all-around do-everything running back for the Los Angeles Rams, and in the last 2 seasons has led the NFL in touchdowns and was in the top 4 in yards from scrimmage, the 2017 NFL Offensive Player of the Year.
And that's complete to Cooks. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. The numbers for Green a week ago: 4 catches, 59 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. And they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes
better.
it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. On 1st down, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Rams passing game on point right now as they pick up another first down. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. To throw is gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 4 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield, Dalton. Open man, Erickson. That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Finding Green complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught.
Holding, offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So Dalton now. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because of bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
This is taken at the 23. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with a run by Mixon, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Dalton, and he whips that one incomplete there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Dalton bootlegs out.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
Foul.
Keeps the sticks
Roughing the
moving.
passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Dalton. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now a first down throw. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
Number 30, Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Samson Abuka, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 43.
Mixon with a first down carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Here we go.
On second down now, Bernard, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now it's gone. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Goff now looking to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Goff. And this will be incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now this one complete on the slant route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Mixon takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup, sets up 3rd and 6. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Andy Dalton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Erickson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1st down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Cooks.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
At the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, but it'll be second down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Yeah, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun, Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. 3rd and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Now they run with Mixon.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play action now. Dalton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. He gets this one to Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here we go. 2 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He completes it to Boyd. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Green brings it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati 1st.
Complete to A.J. Green.
They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a gain of 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Again, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Goff. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Goff now looking to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff now looks to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw. Goff. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bengals, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year.